What's up, YouTube? This is Damon, aka the world's worst magician, and today I'll be bringing you a look at Blackmail by Bobby Motta and Peter McKinnon, brought to you by Ellusionist.com. So if you're not familiar with this effect, basically it is a prediction written and put inside of a envelope, and then you can hold it in plain sight so they can make sure you're not doing anything, or you can put it away, and then you ask them to think of maybe a 3-digit number, or what's their lucky number, or a name of a pet, or anything like that, and just get it in their head, then say it out loud, and when you show them your prediction, it just so happens to match exactly with what they said. So I'll leave a link in the description to where you can view some of the things that they've done with it. And what I wanted to go over first was what you get in the box. So you get a DVD. This is the DVD case that it came in. Very simple. And inside, I'm not giving anything away by showing you this. Here's the actual DVD that you'll receive. And then you will receive the envelopes to put the prediction in. And then you receive a few pieces of, it's kind of like a thicker cardstock, like a business cardstock even, that the predictions, you'll be putting them on these cards and then putting it inside of those envelopes. So, as always, let's start with the negatives of it. Really, the main negative, and probably the only one, is just the method that you do to get the prediction on the card. It's not knacky, but it's not natural or normal, I guess I should say. But you can get used to it fairly quickly, and you can cover it. And it's really not angle sensitive. If you're worried about angles, pretty much you don't want anybody behind you because they may see what's happening. But they could be to the sides of you, and I'm sure you could cover that pretty well. So really the only negative is the method of getting the prediction on the card. But like I said, that's something that it's just when you first start, and then as you use this, you're going to get used to it. And they did include an extra envelope so that you could practice more. So I guess another negative may be that you will need refills, because the envelopes only last for X amount of performances, and then you will need more envelopes, and you will absolutely need more cardstock because this is what you're writing the predictions on. So I guess that could get kind of expensive. I think Ellusionist is selling them right now $15 for 5 more. So like I said, depending on how many times you're doing this, it could get expensive trying to stock these up. That said, with those things out of the way, this thing it's brilliant. When I watched it, I thought it was too good to be true. How is this happening, right? Could it have the same effect that it has when he shows it? And yes, it absolutely can. So it's going to take some practice to get down that method, but once you get down the method, writing names or anything long, I would not recommend that. It's going to be hard. So I would keep it to things that are like 5 letters or less, or if you're going to do numbers, keep it to a 3-digit number or less. They also show you some additional routines on how to use. Peter McKinnon does it with predicting coin flips. He also does it with predicting cards. So you could have somebody pick any card in the deck. They can even shuffle it, do anything, and then they could pick any card, and you will still have it predicted correctly. So it's super powerful. Because reading minds that's crazy, right? That's a mind-blowing thing. Mentalists get a lot of high-impact reactions because, you know, seemingly you're going in somebody's head and getting it out. I mean, you can do a card trick, and can be crazy, but to actually go inside somebody's head, that's where things, you know, get a little crazier. So this trick is great for that. Like I said, you can do anything. They can say anything, and as long as you have the method down, your prediction will match whatever they say. Is it worth it? Yeah, I think so. If I'm not heavy into mentalism, this is actually this was a subscriber requested review, so I just looked into it and I saw how powerful it looked. So I went ahead and got it. And for me, with a little bit of practice, this is going to be great, because this is one of the things that I go through a lot is when people find out that I am, working on being a magician and working on magic, instantly it's like, hey, show me a trick, show me something cool. This is one of those things that you can have on you all the time. It takes up zero space. I mean, I'll pull out the envelope so here's the actual envelope that you will receive, and you can see it's super thin. So I'll put my hand behind it so you can see it maybe a little bit better there to see how thin it is. But this is something you can have on you all the time. So if somebody comes up and says, hey man, show me a trick, can you do something cool? You can absolutely pull this out and do mentalism on the spot, and there's a lot of different ways that you can go with this. So, it's a great way to open, or it's a great way to just do something quick, and then you could totally just walk away, do this trick, and then boom, just leave it at that, right? Because it's super impressive. So, yeah, I do recommend this one for mentalists, because it's a great thing, and for beginner mentalists like myself, this is even better because it's a super simple method. And like I said, it is a little bit knacky. You are going to take a little bit to get used to it, but once you get it down, it's repeatable all the time. And that's the cool thing with this effect, is that it's actually going to be an instant reset, pretty much. And you can have them pull out the prediction, and then all you have to do is just load in another piece of cardstock, and you're good to go. So super simple, quick reset, very low on the angles. You don't really have to worry about that. And like I said, you can do anything, but I would try to keep the words to a minimum. But yeah, that is pretty much all that I have on this one, but it's super cool. Glad I got it. Thank you for recommending it, and I'll talk to you later. All right, see ya. Well, I hope you liked that review, and if you have any questions, magic tricks, or decks that you want to see reviewed, go ahead and leave a comment down below, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. As always, I would greatly appreciate it if you would click that like button and subscribe for any future reviews. All right, see ya.